Hello, McConan. Finally seeing meet you. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about being late. I was doing another interview and ran a little
No,
bit
no
over.
worries. Yeah, I've seen you wanted to do interviews back to back, so it seems like you're going through them, maybe doing like Instagram lives and stuff. I've seen some of those too. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just, trying to get in touch with the people.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I was part of your notification gang for a while, especially when you're doing the drink more waters reminded me to keep sipping. And so for a while yeah, I got the water right here. I got me some too, but,
Yeah.
but like for the I think for after a while, I don't know, like social media, we all get tired of it and kind of need to take a break from it. So I feel like
Yeah.
a better way to connect with people is like when you show up to like, you go and doing like interviews or connecting with the fans and people want to see you and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
a great way to do that without having to be, like how, Beyonce moves like that. She barely posts on socials. She shows up, Nicki, she shows up, they drop their stuff, they come through. Yeah. Well, I really do appreciate you coming and checking out Verse Magazine. It's like a queer music blog, mostly like hip hop based and like indie music in general. And
Okay.
just like talking about music and stuff. So I want to like, I'm happy we can like talk just about maybe your creations with music, your time with music, like the good interview kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that I kind of was thinking about, I was watching interviews as soon as you said that you were down for the interview. I was like, oh, let me check out some of the old ones again. I saw the Nardwar interview where he mentions that you had a blog, or I think that's where it was. And I think maybe like maybe that's why you were able to shout out or come through to this blog because it's such a like small thing, but
Yeah.
you were talking to like Adele and like Lil B and like folks on MySpace, I think that's
Yeah.
kind of like part of like I think I resonate with that just because like connections of like being an artist and like talking to artists, you want to make art and create, but the interviews and the conversations stuff, I feel like that's just something that might come natural to someone who likes making music. I mean, I don't know if that's how you felt. How you
Yeah.
felt in the.
No, yeah. I was just, doing it for inspiration as well and finding out how other artists got the confidence to be who they are and do what they do.
Yeah.
And so, it's like you don't have many teachers, but we have access to the internet. And so it's like, you can become a journalist and learn,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly. Or just like really kind of take in artists in a different way of just like seeing. You can see their art. You can see maybe think about how they create, but to hear it directly from like.
yeah, you want to hear about the mindset and stuff behind
Yeah.
it, like what
Yeah,
drives.
when Adele makes like chasing pavements, you're like, yo, what's behind that? I don't know. Yeah, that kind of energy. I feel like well, like that song, small little thing, like in that song was one of the first songs in high school they had us annotate and like kind of break down the lyrics for that song. It was like me and I guess I was a freshman in high school, but it made me think about like songwriting and this is like I'm just kind of shooting you questions because I think a lot about you. Me and my friends are big fans in college. We listened to you a lot and stuff. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. But me and my friends talked a lot about like your songwriting, and I feel like a lot of it kind of you went from like a like you're freestyling a lot. You're freestyling a lot of content. I feel like lately it's more been like a writing process. I just wanted to wonder like what's your like connection to your writing, or how do you feel it's changed over the time? Kind
Yeah, a lot of freestyling, a lot of you know, it's more like freestyle and improvising, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like
yeah,
to when I write it down, it's just to write down that freestyle to remember, you know what I'm saying, more of what
yeah,
I said so that we go back and say everything, properly type things. Cause a lot of the freestyle, a lot of the stuff I was doing before too is like, if this is good for me, I like it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I know
If
what
it
I said.
feels good, yeah, yeah,
It's like I know what I said. I know what it meant to me. But then it's like, oh, but the listener, you know what I'm saying? The person who's hearing me out, they're really not inside of my head with me. So it's like they don't hear all the shit I hear. They just hear the part that I got out on the, you know what I'm saying, on the
yeah.
song.
That makes sense. I think
So
a lot of the stuff you were doing earlier was I guess like with the content of it, like when you were freestyling, yeah, it was like more personal, you went through something that day, you gonna rap about, like you ain't sell them out, you gonna freestyle about that kind of.
Yeah.
For songs like one of my more recent faves, because I feel like, oh, you have a lot of tracks, and I always find like on each project like 4 or 5 that I'm like, oh, this is my new like fave thing. But for shoot shoot, that's is that M3?
Yeah.
The second verse is about like someone in Spain or a model in Spain who shoots like that story isn't from your mind, you know, it might be like something you experienced, but that's like kind of writing for someone else, and I think that's like interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah, it's very
exactly
like thinking about like the listener, you know.
yeah, the listener that's living through things as well, and like, you know, so stories that they can relate to, because it's like, wow, this is something I went through, so this is something I can understand. And I feel like as an artist, you know, we definitely want to personally give ourselves in the art, but we want to be able to connect and reach others with the art, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
reach others is by understanding what others are going through, rather than just telling everybody what you're going through.
exactly. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of maybe current music, or not just hip hop, but like art where it's like the like not a band, it's like kind of like the one main person, and kind of like the personality also holds weight into their like creation. They are telling a lot about themselves, so I feel
Yeah,
like that's like a more bigger like just like a songwriter mentality to have, you know.
yeah,
It's like um no, I'm not trying to, like, you know, not just rapper, but like rappers kind of are speaking on their experience, or other times experience they're experiencing, or stuff around them. But like, I think of like, I don't know, the person that comes to mind first, like Elton John. I don't know. I feel like he writes a lot of like um his writing isn't what we're talking about, you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I think a lot of maybe queer gay artists can do that because they understand other people's emotions, while many others don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like, you can understand a song for, you know, how these songs are written with, like, you know, these girls in mind, but how the girl is hurt or something, or how she's dealing with this and how she's trying to get over him, even
yeah,
though I'm not him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
exactly.
the guy she's trying to get over, but
Yeah.
I can put that song into, you know, how, like, you know,
Yeah, I can
that.
relate to this experience in a broader sense, but it doesn't have to be directly like me and this my relationship that I had to have had, but I can see this and experience this just through like, yeah, experiencing. I think that's a really mature way to get it, like to grow as a writer. I feel like it's like just
Yeah, definitely.
me. What am I writing this for? You know, like, am I just trying to tell you about my life, or am I trying to tell you about the world? You know, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Because you have some things that's my life and some things that's our life. You know, some things that we
yeah,
all are going to go through, and there's some things that I'm personally going to go through. And you know, it's like I want to give you my diary, but I want to give you our sort of diary. You know what I'm saying? Our
yeah,
handbook, our that most of all of us can connect through and go through as a people, as the generation, as the current, you know what I'm saying, beings on earth, because it's like that's who the music is being made for. You know, it's for now and the future. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not trying to make
yeah.
nothing for the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, exactly. To like reflect on and bring up the past or certain moments. It's like, yeah, what are we doing now? Where are we going? Honestly, because I feel like
Yeah,
it's easy to kind of get settled and still with where we're at.
yeah.
So it's true. Yeah. Speaking of, I guess where we're at, like where have you been creatively or mentally, like in the past few months? You know, I feel like, you know, getting offline is a perfect way. Like, you're in Portland, right? I feel like they have like nature to get out and around. You know, like what are
Yeah.
you into?
Yeah, I've been trying to do that. I really have, but it's been hard. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
nature has been hard to get out into. But you know, yeah, I have been just stepping back from social media because I've given so much of myself to social media. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I have deposited probably a big fee into social media from of my life. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
From like 2012, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying, till maybe 2018, 2019. You know, even that 2018, 2019 is when I'm just really like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Really drained from it.
it's too much, because you guys you see everything. You know what I'm saying? You literally, as a viewer who has watched or can keep up with somebody and say they've been following that long, it's like you have seen everything. You have seen me be fat, embarrassed in my house by myself with my dog, into going into becoming, oh, now you famous, into then becoming like, oh, you weight, into you come out as gay, into, oh, you ain't as hot as you just was just now, into, oh, you got a friend, oh, your friend just died, oh, your friend just died. Oh, it's like, oh, girl, I see everything about
girl,
you.
everything, yeah. Like it's like a big, yeah. It's like you've gone through a lot of changes, and it's like a lot of different moments. It's always in like, yeah, very public, and that's just like very hard to be going through these changes, and growth is your personal growth, but everybody gets to see that and gets to comment how they want to.
Oh,
yeah, like for like,
everybody gets to have a comment and a goddamn say, and this, and then get to sort of shade. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get to deal with public embarrassment in public. You know what I'm saying? It's like some of these are private embarrassing moments that most people can just be like, yeah, I remember.
I remember those moments, and they can keep that to themselves. Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, oh damn, you get to see that shit in real time, and then you get to see how others treat you in real time, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like nobody. It's like, I don't know. People do take it into account, but it's like I don't think they take into account as much as they should, because like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I was just up there being happy, praising you for being whatever you was doing, and now I'm over here leaving these nasty ass comments saying
saying
hateful shit to you, and then seeing you really deal with loss and shit, and you know what I'm saying, issues. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. It's like, and I'm still here just egging you on, like, crackhead.
Yeah, exactly.
Your friend overdosed. That was your boyfriend. He died. That's why this one left you. That's why this one fell. That's why I fuck with you. That's why this one. And it's like, yo, chill, y'all. It's like,
chill. Exactly. You're like overkill. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to chill over here. I'm literally just living life.
I'm living my life, and then most people try to make you feel like, your life ain't living up to my standards, so you fell off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? So then it's like, wow, do I have to come out here and now go back to my history and explain, look at all this other shit I was going through before the shit you saw me go through, motherfucker.
Exactly. Like you don't even know my life. Exactly. It's like people can see, they only see a picture of you. They see the career, like how the career moves, and they're like, oh, they can make a decision based on how they feel about it. But it's like, it's ridiculous. I don't know. The internet.
It really is ridiculous. That's why I was like, look, I gotta withdraw, y'all. I gotta take some time for myself. Again, it's like, y'all can say you selfish, you fell off, whatever. All right, y'all can say what all it's gonna be, but I'm gonna go take some time for me, okay? Because
and that's
giving everything. Thing. I'm giving all to y'all, and y'all still telling me I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Still not getting a fucking, you did good, or that's great, or maybe you should drink more water, nigga. Okay? It's like, I ain't get no good word of help, y'all. I'm fucking out here just getting beat every which way.
But those people that are really talking all that crazy, they can't be fans in the first place. That's just like the very fickleness of like not a true like.
I've had people go undercover and be fan pages for 2 years just to sort of like try to be blackball me.
Yeah, that's just deep hate. Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
you really out here fanning that hard to
you, man, it's crazy. Yeah, I was just that's like, absurd. Shit hurting me. It's like, shit be hurting me. I'll be sitting up here really trying to have a connection with people from online, because like, yo, you really get to see me, especially when I go live. When I go live, and I'm in the room by myself, like I don't even act like that around people.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very raw and honest. Yeah, you get to nothing like set up or nothing like that. And you're giving you the whole time from you being out, on the music scene. Like you've been genuinely you, and I think that's what a lot of people attracted to you for. It's like straight up. And I think with that comes a lot of vulnerability. You're putting yourself out there, and then folks can say A, B, C, D, but it's not like you're fucking. Like even I know, like of course, like even Kendrick would maybe feel some type of way about this, or anybody, Nicki would feel some type of way. Yeah. Like a super mega star person. Yeah. But still, it's like you're like very for the people, like you said. You're trying to connect with people right now. It's just a very hard thing to maneuver through, not being able to completely dismiss. Like I don't need none of this to be like, oh, I want to, I want to talk to folks. But yeah,
it's so hard. It really is. It's like it's like. you want to come and help people, but it's like, then people are looking like, you think you're better than us. It's just like, not even. I just know that I'm in a position to help, and I came to
Yeah,
help.
exactly.
And now I'm getting faulted for it.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's like, yo, I'm just like, it just becomes a lot to where it's like, man, I had to take some time for me, because for real, it's like, it really do. I've been through a lot in my life. You feel me? I've really been through a lot. And this second part with the whole fame added on top, it's like, oh man, I'll be closer to breakdowns than any other time in my life type shit. And it's like, yo, people like, I don't look, it's like, just, you know what I'm saying? You're like,
No. Yeah, like, give me a break, man. Like, you don't even, exactly. Once again, like, it's just like, I've already, this fame, people kind of assume like, oh, fame washes away all my problems from before. Like, no, it's like the problems that I've had in my growing up or my early years, those are things I'm probably gonna have to address later, you know, just like in maturity, you know, like everything, you know, like it manifests in small ways. And if I can't focus on that then, you know, like, with this fame, it ain't gonna help. With this money, it sure ain't gonna help. Me knowing me, it's like, you know, like, I get some money, I'm ready to do things I've done before. You know, so it's just like that kind of that whole, it's just like a whole mix. So I'm happy that you're able to take like the time, or like be able to find the space where you don't have to feel like you have to be on the online's feeding the fans, because, you know, you can wait, you know, like, you know, you can come around and people are gonna show up. I feel like they did when you came back around this time. I don't know how you feel about it, but
yeah, no, it's like, I feel like a lot of the those trolly negative fans left, and the fans that are really like, oh, I like your music and shit, like, I really fuck with your art or whatever you do, they're like, I'm here, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm here, exactly.
Or when you here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you return, they're ready to go. They're like, oh snap.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But all the other trolly people that just wanted to say stupid shit just to say stupid shit, I don't see it. I mean, I don't really see it. I used to just see it just now because people used to really like hound me about the Lil Peep album. Like, it's in my fucking hands. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, you guys.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another form of like the obsessive fans with like leaks and music. It's like, you're like, come on now. Like, I know, like, you guys really like Peep and connected with Peep and stuff. A lot of people did, but this is an actual person who passed away. There's actual people connected to this human, you know, like, like, they're not sitting there thinking, all right, when's the drop? You know, like, that's not their motive. So for these kids or whoever, even growing as adults, being like wild like that, you know, asking for something that's like, you know, I don't know when it's gonna come. You know, we worked on the project. You know, there's a lot of stuff behind that. It's like, so it's just like pretty.
And so they drew me to one night, and last year I went on live. It was very, you know, emotional, I could say, and was like, you know, y'all fans don't even deserve this shit, because it's like half of y'all wasn't even here when me and Pete was making this shit, and when he was live, and now all of y'all that are begging us for it, it's like, you guys don't. I mean, you don't even. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, you wasn't even.
It's very weird. Yeah.
What was the hype about? Y'all don't even know what the fucking the connection was about.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see our special connection. You just see it as more Peep music, and, you know, like, this weird, like,
this weird like fantasy of
shit,
all of a sudden I love all of his music, because it's like, he's dead, but while he was alive,
you wasn't. Yeah, where was all that?
I wasn't checking for him, but the guy that was in the studio with him making music and stuff, who was really here loving him and being the person with him, I'm going to go hound him now and say how he's being unfair and all this shit, and just threaten him and all. It's like, yo, what? It's like, I'm mourning the death of my friend and my, you know what I'm saying, counterpart with music and stuff. But it's like, yo, and y'all just hounded me about, give us the thing that you guys had. Give us the thing.
It's ridiculous. Yeah,
it's like, it ain't even. His estate owns his part of it, you guys. It's not like it's me and his thing now. I have all of it, and I'm saying, no, I'm not giving this away. It's like, I would love for you to have it, but you're asking the wrong person for it. You need to go ask his mother and the record label for it. But it's like, we don't want to do that or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Then it's like, the mother is still a grieving mother, and you guys are sitting over here not trying to, you know, not trying to console her and say thank you, you know, or anything like that.
Yeah, because if you actually cared about Peep, you'd care about her mom just as much, you know, like, trying to, she's like,
just come and just give me the music, give me the music.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, all up in the faces. Exactly. It's like,
Yo, you guys
yeah, it's
calm
over the
down,
top.
please. I gotta take a
Yeah.
break. It's too much.
Yeah. And is that when you first took the break, right? That was like 2019 or
Yeah, man, I don't know how many times I've taken a break, but I'm thankful for each time that I've taken one.
yeah. It seems
You
like
know,
a good move.
it
I'm
definitely
honestly
is
on
a
the
good
same
move.
way.
It's definitely a good move because it's like I can't ever really express what the fuck I'm really meaning or saying it to who needs to really hear it, and anything like that. And it's just like I can't go against instigator, you know what I'm saying, or I can't go
Yeah.
against a box, or I can't go against all these other things. And so it's like, you know what am I even doing on here?
Yeah, exactly.
You know
'Cause
what I'm saying?
once
What
they
am I
route
doing?
you up, that's their goal anyway. You know, as the instigator, like they once you got your reply, they're like, "Oh, my thing's done." Honestly, it's like, damn, like I
Yeah,
defend myself is to play your game. It's like it's not worth it.
yeah. And then it's like, but it's just because it's like you're not even the person I'm supposed to be arguing with, or even the issue. There ain't even an issue. But it's
Yeah,
like it's like you
yeah,
ain't even the person that is on the other side of the issue in the first place for there to even be an issue. So it's like, how can I even speak on an issue to you?
yeah, yeah. I'm like, yeah, and then you speak on it, and as soon as you do that, some blog is like, oh, da, da, da.
Oh, yeah, McConnell said that this is
It's
that,
like,
this,
yeah, I'm replying to somebody, like some
that,
comment.
and this and that, and this and that,
Yeah,
and this. And it's like, why don't y'all come and ask McConnell what the fuck he meant by when he said that? How about y'all have an interview with McConnell on what he said, rather than just taking some goddamn tweets and a fucking headline and saying this is what so said, and this is how he felt about it.
yeah,
Ha, ha, ha,
yeah.
ha.
They need some
Ooh,
sort of
you know
filler
what I
thing. That's
mean?
why they do all that shit. Yeah, it's like so wild. It's like
Yeah.
backwards media. Media, yeah. I mean, I'm like barely any media, but I feel like they play a nasty game with not trying to really hear people out. So that's why like the best thing to do is let the artist talk. You know, like like you can ask some questions and stuff, but like they want to talk. You know? they want to be able to say how they feel. That's why they're kind of making art. You know, like to express themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, I was gonna. Okay, so this is kind of like a switch from the social media talk. This kind of back to you and your creation stuff. What are your like when I guess lately when you make stuff? What are your main influences of like kind of like oh damn they're doing cool. I want to kind of like touch on that and like
Um, my influences are like, just making something that's gonna connect with people while I'm here and while I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
okay, yeah,
I don't really be focused on what too many other people are doing. I see a lot of people got success, and it's like it's all great, but it's like I don't think I can't do what they do, and they can't do what I do. So it's like,
true.
maybe, I would love to be as successful as them, but it's like, I can't do what they do. And I can only do what I do. And if, I can only do the thing that I'm here to do and, or that I have the passion to do. And that's my
Mhm.
passion. And it's like, if that don't ever get me to those successful levels as those other people, then it's like, I won't be as successful as them. But you know what I'm saying? It's like my influence and my passion behind it is to make timeless music that's going to connect with people for now and the future. And, it's like, it's something to live on for after I'm gone and, be enjoyed with me while I'm here.
Yeah. Well, that's a very pure artist answer. I really love that. That's like honestly, I guess everyone's like main goal as artists. Well, like I think true artists is to like connect to people about things. You know.
Yeah.
That being said, what song of yours do you think is like maybe done that one of the best? You know, like well, I guess what's your favorite song that's of yours? You know.
Um, I love all of them. You know what I mean? All of my songs are like definitely a favorite song because it's
Yeah.
like I go through the most when I really feel the song to record it. It's like I'm feeling this because it's like this is a favorite emotion I want to capture and put down. But
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
some like Being Alone with You, I Loved You, songs like that on Oliver McConnell too. Give You What You
Yeah.
Need from Drink More Water, Rain on My Parade from the last one, My Parade.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of these last ones are really, really like are a lot of my favorite ones. Because it's
Nice.
like it's like at that level that I want to be delivering on and how I want to be, what I'm saying, executing it. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's like, those are definitely my favorite because they hit all the things for me to where it's like I can smell that song in the fucking, you know what I'm saying, in the flesh.
Yeah. Yeah, it really represents the thing you wanted to get off. Like, you know, it is kind of hard to translate that like you have an idea in your head, or you have a emotion or a certain thing you want to possess in the song. But to get through that, you have to get through mixed sound engineering, writing. Like, there's just so many different things to actually feel like, oh, this is hitting to a point.
Yeah.
Where you just like feel good about it, you know?
Yeah. And you know, this one, it had to get through its polishing and do this mixing and stuff as well. And I sacrificed some of the vibe for that, you know what I mean? But you know, as a true artist, it's like, but then I have to remember, it's like, okay, all the especially these streaming networks, they aren't really like that, you know what I'm saying? Give me your raw art. It's like, give me your polished, fucking pumped up
Yeah,
market.
true.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, all right, let me try to pump it up and market it as much as I can while remaining real to the real thing of Olive McConan, but the whole DIY sort of energy is behind it, of putting it out and letting it grow, and not just looking for, oh, the big first week sale and the first 2 million view video and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shit is like, no, I want this thing to grow and to become a real timeless thing. I don't want this just to be the fucking April and May of 2021.
Yeah, McConan drops, and then like Lynn Fall, I gotta drop again just to keep up, like that kind of. I feel like
this one needs to grow. Y'all, people need to see, because it's got layers to it that's going to unfold, and people are going to start understanding. And once you get to understand all 13 levels, which is the all 13 songs, then it's like, then you're going to be ready to go to the next level to start understanding that next shit that I'm about to drop, because that next shit that I got coming is like, if I would have dropped that now, I was like, hold on, I skipped a level. I
gotta turn back. Wait, how did I get?
It's like, he needs to guide me. I need the handbook on keeping up with this McConan shit, because it's like it be going all over the place. So I'm like, okay, let me get that My Parade going and lead y'all into the pre-party of taking you to that party. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, well, I love that. I think that's like, I feel like with early, like, I feel like around the time, I don't know exactly the years, but like the early 2010s, you know, stuff like that, when you were first making music, and like it was the SoundCloud era. You're like kind of in my book, one of the pioneers of like kind of being very prolific, showing up all the time with a lot of tracks, showing up, you know, like experimenting all the time, you know. So I feel like it seems like over time you've kind of gotten to, I feel like the like music genre right now, especially with streaming and Spotify, they've gotten to that point of we gonna drop a 26 song album, and then the deluxe next week, and then I got you next week with the group tape, and I got you next week with that. And like, yeah, people like that. It's like, damn, like, you know, trying to, you know, I appreciate someone just like trying to curate something, or at least thinking a little, just like not even have to curate, just like thinking a little more about like what am I doing, what am I dropping, you know, and like letting it breathe, like you said, letting it grow, you know, like, you know, like you didn't
trying to marry that baby off already. It's like, that motherfucker ain't having a birthday.
Exactly. It's like, it's baby, it's a baby, it just got here.
It ain't even supposed to come outside yet.
Yeah, you're like, all right, next baby on the way. Like, baby graduation next week. Let's go. It's like, yo,
everything. We ready.
Not a baby name yet.
No. When the next one dropping?
It's like so wild, and like that's really feeding the fans once again. But you don't have to like feeding the fan mentality. I feel like nowadays, like especially with like quarantine and stuff, I've been thinking just like slowing down is just the move, especially with music. Like I love innovative new stuff, but like you ain't gotta drop every second. You know, it just it seems like just that kind of oversaturation won't work for everybody, and like.
No.
Like, I don't know, like even Future dropped so much that people got kind of tired of it, you know? Like I feel like he would drop like 2 albums a quarter, you know? So I just really, I think that's like a great idea. But for My Parade and stuff, you're talking about like the levels to get to. Is it kind of like levels of, can you explain that more? I kind of want to hear more about that. That was like
just the levels of not even understanding, but just put it like on a McConan, I Love McConan, the Marcus World, the whole thing that I'm building here with my lifestyle or whatever. It's like, you know, we have to start understanding more of it to start getting it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like songs right here, I wanted to be able to give like the 13 emotions, 13 feelings, or you know what I'm saying? The same, it's just like this is 13 out of 30 type shit. But it's like
Yeah.
13 different little things till you can start feeling and start getting to where it's like, okay, did you pass your I'm too sexy test? And it's like, yes, it's like you got that now, right? Okay, so you good.
Yeah.
So now it's like bitch, I'm too sexy, I'm too hot, I'm good to go out, bitch. I'm ready to
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah. You
you know what
feeling
I'm saying?
saucy? So saucy? It's
Exactly. You got your so saucy, you got your shit like as you applying these things to you. You know what I'm saying? Did you have your if it's cool moment this summer? Did you have your bad bitch with a stutter moment this summer? It's like
yeah,
summer ain't
that song. Yeah. Yeah,
happening. So
exactly.
like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like go ahead and live with it and have your moment in your life. And it's like, oh shit, this that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
an
have your moments with these songs and let them grow. I understand that because like
exactly. Did you have your what you
that.
trying to do moment yet? Where it's like, we just hanging around the fire and it's like we vibing and I didn't even think we was gonna vibe, but it's like, what you doing?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. There are moments. There are things you're setting up or that you're making these. There are moments people can experience. Yeah, and
Exactly.
it does have that where it's like when I first got on there, Hoopty and So Saucy hit me. I was like, boom, those are the ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are my favorites. And then was it Bad Bitch with Sutter and Beethoven? Then I was like, oh, here we go. And then right now I heard this morning the last song, I forgot the name, but that one, like,
Hustle don't stop.
yeah, Hustle Don't Stop. Exactly.
Yeah.
This morning, I'm like, all right, got the interview, like
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was that, so it's like I'm having moments with it, and that's what a good project does, like it's not like it's like, oh, the single was hot, but like this album was around the singles. Like, no, all these songs have a quality that you can tap into at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so you mentioned Martha's World, and I know is Martha the head?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's been with you since the jump,
Yeah, that's been my girl. That's been the realest bitch I know, and she a mannequin.
Yeah. She's down, she always down, ride or die. Yeah. So you've like grown that into, I don't know, like kind of like this world you're building. Can you
yeah, exactly. And I've just created more creative spaces and outlets and stuff. And it's like, this is Martha's world. You know what I'm saying? Martha was the one that helped me to launch my music career, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To keep honoring her from my music career, I started to move into, like fashion or clothing and merchandising and, houseware, all these other different art mediums and stuff. But it's like, I've always started through Martha, you know what I'm saying? And so my whole thing is Martha's World. And we always gonna keep the, the little face on there, the face had, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And so Martha's World. Yeah, from beauty school, and it's just that's just like my creative, spirit animal sort of thing.
Yeah, because beauty school and stuff. I feel like the creativity just like in all different angles. You're like, shit, where else I'm gonna get this shit off at? Yeah,
exactly. It's like I gotta get this shit off somewhere. Bro. I'm gonna throw this shit on keychain. So like I gotta get this.
Yeah, for real.
Nice. Get off of me.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, well, that's amazing. Because I saw a lot of like different posts, like different. Kind of like different characters. I love a character select screen. You had like different Marthas showing up. I think they're not even Martha. The different names of like.
Yeah, they the Marthettes, and it's like Lola, Crystal, Mary Jane, Ruby, and Martini.
Nice.
Like my kids and shit now. I was like, I gotta keep up with all these girls. I'm like,
yeah, so what they up to? Yeah. Nice. That's fun. So like, is it? I guess I don't know. Like, are you gonna? I guess like what's the come with it? Are you gonna like incorporate any of them in the music, or is it mainly like?
Yeah, well, they are kind of incorporated in music. Like on YouTube, I put some of them in the music videos. Well, just the Martha style and the face of like Martha's World stuff from the girls in the music videos on, not the music videos, but like lyric videos on YouTube.
Okay, the canvases.
Yeah, exactly, on the canvas. So I want to keep them, more into the, the merchandise. And like when I make drop some ILOVEMAKONNEN merch, I'm definitely trying to operate merch. I'm just really taking it so slow right now, you know what I mean, as an independent, because it's like, I'm not trying to force y'all down y'all throat to get all of this, that quick
No,
that
yeah, I
quick
got
bullshit
this. I'm
I threw
here
in your
with this.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's like,
like that quick bullshit I threw in your face. It's like I'm trying to get you over time to like really enjoy it. Like, do you still like it? Do you still fuck with it? Okay, now you can get these other parts of it and start understanding the artist behind this shit. And now it's like I fuck with this artist and I fuck
yeah,
with all the other things that you're giving me, rather than I just fuck with that song or I just fuck with that one T-shirt design that art,
exactly.
you know, they gave me. It's like, nah, I'm a fan of ILOVEMAKONNEN. And so Oliver
Yeah,
McCollum is doing motherfucking Martha's World. He got the edibles coming out, the Super Chef edibles with the marijuana infused stuff. It's like I fuck with McCollum because that's, you know what I mean? That's what
yeah,
I'm listening to. So it's like those are all the things I just try to keep through and just keep my brand consistent with myself and my brand. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
yeah.
you know,
Because you can have a brand and stuff, but it's like as long as it's like it's truly you. It's not like this weird like commercial thing. It's just like me, you making the art, you expressing yourself. You know,
yeah,
be
exactly.
worried about the brand and like how do I brand myself? How do I show this? Like, oh, if you just making stuff, you the brand,
Yeah,
like you know,
yeah, exactly.
man, or how Jay-Z said it, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, 100%.
Um, yeah, for real. Well, I had. Oh, okay. This is a question that's been in my mind for a while. I don't know if you've answered before, but for the song "Tonight," this is like one of my favorite songs. And then um, it got it got sampled by Vampire Weekend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How did that come about? Was that you there with them, or did they just like that song
Uh,
too?
Ezra has always been a very vocal fan of mine, the lead singer of
Okay.
Vampire
Yeah.
Weekend. And we worked together. I played a few shows with them. Like, you know, we did a, you know, he was on the remix to Down for So Long, like in
Oh wow.
2014, him and Despot, and it was like a Red Bull track, but it was like him rapping for the first time, sort of thing. And so it
Okay.
was
Well.
very like, yeah, it was like kind of like underground game changing. Like, oh shit, this is real, some real dope art shit that's, you know, happening. Was like Vampire Weekend, Butch was like one of my musical heroes. I'm like, yo, the band has always inspired me. I've always listened to Vampire Weekend. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy now that they listening to me and like
Exactly.
they like want to be on my art and shit. And it's like they love my art. It's like and so they was like, yeah, I had this song. He called me over to his house one day and like the summer and was like, yo, I want to show you this record I've been working on for the new Vampire Weekend comeback album and all this
Wow,
shit.
nice. Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, your song tonight, it really inspired me in this part right here. I wonder if I could use this and all that. And I was just like, what do
Well,
you,
yeah.
it's
Full
like,
circle world kind of thing. Yeah.
influenced me to make music. It's like your album saved me when I was on house arrest and like dealing with depression and shit. It's like, dude, you don't even, it's like you can have a whole song.
Yeah, the whole song, yeah. Take
But
that whole thing. Yeah.
yeah, but he was like, you know, I want to use this part, and then he's like, we worked out a very generous percentage on the publishing that he you know offered
Oh,
me and
nice.
stuff as well, and I was just like, yo, man, that's probably one of the biggest music accomplishments I had in my life. That personal, like, where a personal goal is like, wow, I just worked with Vampire Weekend and they like singing my shit on their
Yeah,
shit, and they use it
exactly.
as a single and that shit on the radio. I'm like, man,
Yeah, it's like
Martha,
one of their like best songs too, you know. It's like,
yeah,
you know, like yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy. It's really
Yeah.
crazy. That's what I be like telling Martha, because it's like she know, like she was in the house when I'm playing all this Vampire. I'm doing your hair to this shit, girl. It's like,
Exactly. Exactly. I'm like, really listen to Vampire Weekend.
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
It's like,
yeah, you were here for you know the things I've experienced went through.
yeah, she really do know. That's why I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
amazing.
still take her everywhere with me, because it's like, you know, she's my inspiration. Like, you know, it's like my spirit animal thing. But
Yeah. Kind of
but
gives you that
she's
confidence
been
and
there, yeah, to see, because it's like all that time that was influencing my art. When I was listening to Vampire Weekend, I was drawing at times and working on the Martha stuff, like the doll and all that shit. And now to see, you know, my music thing come out with, Martha being the face of all that, and then now it's like you're hearing these other acts that we've all looked up to, you know what I'm saying? That like that
yeah.
I keep referring to her like she's like, you know what I'm saying, a full thing. Because she is to me. Like she's fully a
Yeah.
full girl, a timeless being that be here with me all the time. And it's like, dude,
Totally
you've
feel
seen that. Like you helped me to accomplish this, because it's like you've seen me be in the house crying my eyes out to some fucking Vampire Weekend, praying to the goddamn gods, like, please.
yeah. Take me out of like get me out of the situation or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's like you see go full circle to where now they are we on the radio. First of all, we never even thought we'd be on the fucking radio, but it's like we on the radio through Vampire Weekend.
Yeah. It's not even, yeah, we on the Vampire through something that like directly was getting me out of, yeah, in ways it's like, that's like, it's very spiritual. I don't know. It's a very, very like not coincidence. Like there's something here in this world
Yeah,
really brought that together, you know, because it's like,
it definitely is. It's definitely a big blessing. That was, see, just even you reminding me of that just really just made me so happy again. It's like,
nice,
you know,
yeah.
I feel so accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
You are. It's crazy. Like I like I've kind of known, but like when I review or revise or go through all this stuff, I'm like, man, there's so many moments like McConnen's like just done so much, you know. It's like it's very amazing, and I think that you should be very proud of yourself. Like when you said earlier, like all these fans and stuff saying, "Oh, flop, flop, flop," but they don't know my success. I'm like, yeah, but your successes are fucking huge. Like, you know, like them motherfuckers, they never had a song with Vampire Weekend, and they never will. Like, and there's so many moments like that, you know. But there's just, like, you know. And so I hope you can keep that when you see these folks talking that shit. Like they talking that shit at they home, like, because they know, like, damn, they ain't hitting these kind of accomplishments, these kind of things that you've worked on for so long, you know, to get to. I think that's like beautiful, you know. I think that's honestly beautiful. Yeah, I think it's amazing. And then I think I started thinking of that. But also I feel like for well, okay, so I guess this revise the question. What are other has big accomplishments like that you feel that might not be seen as huge moments, but like felt like that? I know, like, you know, like when Tuesday went crazy with the Drake feature, like, that was a crazy good moment. But what other things besides that like happened?
I got a studio session with Mariah Carey one time.
Wow.
Dude, that shit. I was like, I'm retired, right?
Yeah, like, I'm out here like,
it was crazy because she was like, it was really like just us in the studio. It was like me, Mariah, her assistant, my manager, and her, him and Mariah were talking at the time, like, you know, just chatting, you know, they were just talking about whatever. He told her about music, and then I came to the studio and started playing her my songs, and it's like, oh my God, this Mariah Carey. And I'm like, I can't sing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm singing, but it's like, yeah, full disclosure, I'm a songwriter, so I can come up with the idea in the song and the emotions of it. But I probably can't hit the notes and stuff all that well. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that before I play it. She's like, okay, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and play it. And she was eating her sushi in there in the cute little pink fur and leather little skirt, just being Mariah Carey.
Really, exactly. Supreme Mariah Carey moment.
Right, and it was so crazy because I was also tripping on acid, like LSD. I was at the house with my friend.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah.
LSD night, and then all of a sudden, the opportunity to come to the studio with Mariah Carey.
Just random came up. Oh yeah.
And so I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? And like, when I'm really like on LSD, you probably get the purest me, where I'm just like so happy, live. I wanted to. And so
nice.
Like, up here just cheesing and stuff, and I'm just meeting her. She was like, "I love your aura," and could see.
Perfect.
Like,
it's a great thing to say when you're tripping. You're like, oh yes, yeah.
I was like, that's so good.
Yeah.
And so, I'm playing her songs and stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna skip that one. She's like, no, go back and play it. And I was like, okay, and I'm playing it and I'm listening to it and I'm hearing all the notes that just like, oh shit, it was like, that's wrong, that's off. But then I was like looking at her and she was like, vibing to it, listening to it, because she's listening to the lyrics and the melody.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I hear where I could just, you know what I'm saying, smash this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. I was like, man, she like this shit. Right.
That's a crazy moment, yeah.
It was so crazy. It was so crazy. And so then, I play her another one, and then on one of the songs is like, you don't love McConnell, you just love my cocaine. Right? And so she was like, oh, I like that one right there. She said, but I'm gonna have to change that to you don't love Mariah, you just love my and I was like,
nice.
I was like, no, my God, Mariah, right? And then she started doing like the little hum, just a little fucking whisper in the studio. Here right quick, and I'm just like, yo, what?
She really going on? She about to do it?
It's like, that's really it. That's really the Mariah. That's the
she's
And
doing the
so
Mariah. Yeah,
she's
she's like,
right to my music, to my songs in there, and like, I'm gonna need the beat to this. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the beat for you now. I'm gonna send the beat over. So I got to call one of my producers, like, yo, can you send the beat over right now? It's for MC. And he's like, Miley Cyrus, and I'm like, no, for Mariah Carey.
Miley.
Right, so he sent the beat over and stuff. I was like, okay, Mariah, I got the beat. You ready to record? She was like, oh, I'm gonna have to record in a whole different country. And I was like,
crazy. Yeah.
I was like, yes, girl. I was like, girl, if you just want me to be your personal songwriter and be wherever you need me at to interpret,
Yeah, I'll fly out.
I'll be
Whatever country we at.
100%, right?
Wow.
And
Wow,
so,
that's amazing.
yeah, we
Did
was
she record that song?
No, she didn't record it. She said she had, do it in a different country. But I gave her the beat and stuff, and she just invited. And so it like nothing. We didn't really even record nothing, but just from that night in the studio,
Exactly. Even that experience is a crazy thing.
Yeah, and her giving me words of encouragement and just telling me about experiences and some of her favorite songs that she's made, and like, just really being a fucking human with me. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, and so I got to really like fan out for her for like a good 10 minutes and tell her like, yo, me and my girl cousin, we used to watch all your videos when we was young. The honey video, we used to do the choreography and everything. Just going off. And I was like the butterfly when you came out with butterfly and you was with Cam.
Exactly, got the moments in history. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I was just being that little kid that from the summer that was watching MTV music videos and seeing Mariah Carey on there and just being like, so mesmerized. And I got to tell her all of that to her face, and she could just like really feel it.
You know really feel it because it's like a genuine thing,
Yeah, and I was like, wow. I was like, that's so dope. I was like, because I know this feeling when fans have like told me certain shit about how the music has affected them and how they, how it really makes me feel. And I was like, I got to do this to a legend like Mariah Carey and tell her, how the music made me feel and how it had impacts and moments of my life. And like, me and my little niece, so we used to sing We Belong Together. Like, just these moments in my life with her music and being able to tell her that and her to really like feel that and like, give me a hug and tell me like,
thank you.
Hard. And like all the like giving me words of encouragement, like not fucking saying, boy, you can't sing.
Exactly. There's no
space all these
for
words of encouragement and telling she was like, a lot of people got great voices, but a lot of them can't make songs. And she was like, that's why, I remember she was telling about one story where a girl wrote the song and she ended up singing it, and then how later on the girl came up to her and was like, you stole my whole career, that was my song. And I was like, and then I was like, I didn't try to, you know what I'm saying? It's just I can sing, I was singing, and it was like,
she hitting the notes and doing
exactly. And so she was like, don't let me do that to one of your songs. The song like, you don't love Mariah. I was like, like what?
Yeah, this ain't that.
I don't think
it's like, take it.
Please. Take this. That's my whole career. I would sit up here and write all this shit from McConnell Mariah.
Yeah.
Super Chef Mariah.
It'd be a rap. Yeah, exactly. No, that's like totally true. Especially with like singers and stuff. I feel like that's a different like a market, like Mariah, Beyonce, Ariana. It's like those ones that are just like they're here because we know they are like singers. Like there's just like in rap, there's like rappers that are like like the Jay Electronica, Jay-Z. Like we got rappers, we got like rappers that we having fun. Like I don't know, like Lil Pump or Playboi Carti. They like Playboi Carti or Jay-Z. They're not like Mariah Carey or Toro Iman. Like Toro Iman has a great voice, but Mariah Carey singing crazy notes that are like music theoretically impossible. So it's like, that kind of understanding and stuff it goes a long way, and especially with what you said with songwriting. There's just so many artists I see like when I think of you, I think of like SZA, Frank Ocean, with like they're artists that were like have the really good songwriting quality that also are really good front person also. It's like kind of have that character and quality about them, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a really big shift in making music, like I don't know, just like be like we can encompass all of it, you know, and try to, you know, like and just do a lot of stuff, you know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss with okay, I'm about to jump to a whole new thing. But with like quarantine stuff, do you miss touring? I feel like you like touring a lot and like
Oh, I love touring.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it's like it's one of my favorite things to do is to be able to wreck somebody's goddamn building.
Yeah.
Go
Tear that
on
shit
stage
down.
and let all that shit go on. It's like, ah! It's like
Yeah.
it's fun. I really be having a good time. I think I have a better time than the fans do.
Yeah. Listen for me, y'all. Like, y'all can watch me have my time of blast.
Oh, I'll be out there just for real. And then sometimes I'll be taking time to talk and give a whole fucking speech, trying to like give people, you know, like some good word and a good message in the middle of fucking the performance. And sometimes I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to shut up. I'm up here preaching this shit.
No, I think that's
Sometimes,
good. If you have a platform, you have a stage,
yeah,
you know, like
yeah,
speak that
I know.
shit.
But sometimes fans love it. Then sometimes fans are like, man, shut the fuck up, play the music. And I'm like, okay.
Play the music.
I'm sounding like the mama up here.
Yeah, you're like making sure everyone's like, hey, y'all hydrated for real?
Yeah, in fact, you make sure y'all drink some more. Y'all got drivers home and shit. Like, make sure
Yeah.
y'all keep driving.
See, this thing that's the kind of artist I like when they're clearly connecting with their fans. I mean, we said this throughout this conversation so far, but like, I mean, once again, like Nicki Minaj when she was on like MySpace and then early Twitter, she was just so like connecting and talking to her fans consistently. And it's like even to her being like only as of I feel like recently she's been doing more hiatus, which is great for her because she's been going through stuff. I feel like this whole conversation she'd resonate with just because you know being taking personal time, but she always will be showing up, replying to fans, talking to fans. It's like no matter how big she is,
Yeah.
like it's like such a lovely thing to see, especially when the fans are able to respect that. You know, like even she was doing like a title interview or something like that, or Genius. She was asking if they got me getting food and stuff. You know, at the interview. You know they're full fed. You know, that's like a very sweet thing to do. You know, very personally, like I actually care about my fans. I'm not just here to get the bag off them and you know dip off. You know, come back later for the next bag. You know, kind of.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. I mean, the bag is cool and all that, but it's like this ain't the business to be in if you just here for the bag. But you're gonna be just a really fucked up person. It's like, you know, you just. I mean, and there's a lot of people out there that are here just for the bag, and you know, kind of have a reputation as that. But it's like, I thankfully am not here to, you know, what I'm saying, just be all about the bag.
Yeah.
Because, you know, what I'm saying, I know I could have ruined a lot of lives if I was all about the bag. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm not here to ruin no life. You know what I mean? I'll go and find another way so I can spare a life from being ruined.
Exactly. It's really all about like the artistic integrity, you know, like that kind of like and like integrity in general. I guess it'd be like I'm not like, and I guess that's what like artists mean like when they talk about like selling your soul to the game and the music industry because it is easily even from outside the thing like I see it seems as like a like a game you have to play instead of just like being an artist. And like I feel like all other art mediums have a game you have to play, but way less of a game than the music industry. You know, like it's music industry's been just taken by the labels to another thing. But like true art, DIY art and stuff like that in Chicago, at least there's a lot of like communities and stuff. I'm part of these little organizations that are like artists doing full ass things with their lives, full ass shit, but it's not like this tug and play game thing, you know, it's not that.
Yeah, 100%. You in Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, shouts out Chicago. I love Chicago. Chicago definitely always is like #1 on my plays in America.
Nice. Well, let's just sitting there playing them through. You know,
Chicago always be like #1. And I'll be like, damn, Chicago love me more than my own city.
Would you tour or anything in the next, like, you know, with COVID kind of calming down and stuff? Do you think?
I'm gonna try to save it for next year. I think 2022. I want to see how everything goes out. You know how it happens, how people are adjusting to it. You know, I don't want to be the guinea pig out there and like I have that being out there on the road like that. It do take a lot off of your spirit, your soul, your life, and so it's like I have to put on my armor before I go out there. I can't just be out there in every city eating everybody's food, shaking everybody's hand,
Doing every
smoking.
starts to so whatever exactly.
Yeah.
As soon as
Like,
we go, and everyone's going back outside, wilding out for no reason.
yeah. I want to be able to have the direct mission that I'm on. I want to just be like, yeah, I'm out here. Y'all want to show? I'm pull up, it's like, I wanted to be like, yeah, I'm about to come on the tour, y'all. Y'all got a good 4 months in advance to know I'm gonna be in your city here or the next city down there. So like, you can have some time to please come and see me. I'm not gonna try to do no rushing. All of a sudden, here, I got a show, I got a fucking tour. Y'all making it. It's like, no, I want all the fans who really fuck with it, who really love McKonnen and wanna, experience the show. Here
Get
goes
a chance to.
Yeah, we get a chance to. We're gonna come out. We're gonna have a great show. We're gonna do the. I want to do the American tour on bus. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Nice.
we go to see every little city and shit,
And
record it. You know what I'm saying? Record it, fucking DVD or video as well, and then be able to sell that to the fans as well, so they could see the whole fucking experience.
Yeah, exactly. That would be a fun whole type of road trip thing. I mean, it would be like a little busy, but that's like a dream of mine. Honestly, it'd be like traveling and going to different cities and seeing how it is and stuff like
that. Me too. I don't. I love that part of the music part and touring was being able to travel. That was a big thing for me about music, and it's like my favorite part of it is traveling and being able to connect with people and bring them joy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I come from being in my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? I end up a lot of times where I'm fucking coming known as a headache and a nuisance and shit. And it's like, we sick of this motherfucker. Get him away from over here. He just causing trouble. And to be able to go to other people's cities and it's like, oh my God, McKonnen, you bringing us joy and happiness. Good time. It's like, oh, thank you. I'll go anywhere where y'all accept me like that. Cause I'm so sick of being in my goddamn neighborhood.
Yeah, getting hate and vitriol for no reason. Yeah, exactly.
Getting hated because it's like, you causing trouble. It's like, I understand.
But now I think it's now like, maybe like, causing trouble or whatnot in the neighborhood to now like bringing joy to the world is kind of a bit like a great give back,
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, one thing I always wanted to do with myself in my life and my music, because I was seeing how in Atlanta at the time, it was so much of my peers and the youth, the colored youth, blacks, browns, mixed, all type of people were just going down and into negative shit, like causing crimes and all this shit. And I was like, dude, I've had so much of my time partaking in that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Of like causing issues and doing shit that it's like, dude, you ain't got no business doing this shit. I was like, I want to be able to help steer as many of my colored counterparts onto something more positive and getting us away from negative. So it's like, if I can get us to all meet up to do music, to do a fucking video and go to performance rather than us all meet up to go rob some motherfucker, shoot at these other folks and do all this dumb shit, I would rather do that. Cause it's like, I've spent too much time with the people where we stealing cars and riding around and selling drugs and doing all this stupid shit that ain't getting us nowhere, and we all end up dying. I was like, I want to do something to get us a chance to live and be able to better ourselves and not have to sit over here and start committing crimes and coming down to that, because it's like you get forced into it doing it. So I was like, I was like, that's the thing off the house arrest that my I was like, yo, this is a personal mission I want to do, because I was seeing in the system going through that shit, especially in the South. It's like it don't even matter. You can be as yellow as Steph Curry or black as Kodak Black. It's like all are marked the same fate. So it's like, we're just taking you down. So it's like, yo, I'm trying to steer us out of that.
Yeah, exactly. Before we get caught up in the system and they start just going down.
Another thing, I was talking about this on the last interview, and it was about how how my peer, the other artists and stuff we don't really have a relationship or fuck with me right now, whatever it is. And I was like, I remember that when the Migos and Rich the Kid, they had both got into some trouble and went to jail and all that. And I remember everybody the industry people and all these people were trying to tell me, you need to take them off of the song. You need to separate from them.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I kept them on the song. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and this is
Yeah.
at a time where I'm very popular and I'm very, you know, the man of the hour, where I can say yay or nay on all this shit. And it's like, I remember that moment when y'all was fucked up in the game and nobody was really vouching for you, looking out for you. And I did that, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And y'all still be, you know, active and doing whatever y'all doing and not able to, I don't even know,
Or even like,
or even
yeah,
or anything like that. It's just like y'all, it's like, what's up with y'all? And
yeah,
but, you know, like I'm sitting over here trying to save y'all from going to jail, not even going to jail, but like I'm still fucking with you while you're why everybody
yeah, yeah. You're trying to not,
you. And now that you done reached all this new success, the nigga that still vouched for you when you was pretty much on your way up out as everybody else was writing you off, now you sort of rid him off.
yeah,
It's, like,
it's backwards. It's like, yeah, it's like this. Yeah, it's just like this, like we said earlier, with like the industry kind of game thing, because like you chose the integrity moment of like, no, I fuck with these fucks, like, you know, like we are all from the same area. This is all Atlanta, you know, and like, and those are definitely, because like the thing about it is like the wave of that new, it was like the new Atlanta ATL and like weirdo vocalist kind of coming up, like it's like you, Migos, Rich Kids there, Young Thugs there, you know, like a lot of these folks coming out and about, and it's like, yeah, like to see it kind of and even in like in interviews and stuff, when like stuff's brought up, you know, about you, it's like weird. The love wasn't the same. It wasn't genuine, you know. And I was
100%. And you know what I'm saying? It's like it just wasn't genuine. It's like, you know, I just proven that I be moving very genuinely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wish others did the same, but
exactly.
Unfortunately, it has cost me a lot. You know what I'm saying? To remain and have this integrity and to be real and to have those type of moments, it has cost me a lot. I would say, like, it's cost me a better position in the game than what I have today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but if we gonna talk about the rules of the game of saying remaining real, remaining original, remaining authentic, then we can say that I am the king of that. But all this other shit that's going on, it's like, yeah, you peasant in that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, but honestly, the realness and integrity of that's like what people should be holding true, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they just holding what's the number one thing that went number one, what sold what.
What's the number one this week?
Yeah, they're not going on what's affecting me. You know what I'm saying? It's like what's moving me. You know what I'm saying? What song that I'm hearing from that's really motivating me to do something? What is that? What is your art doing for me?
Other than telling me?
Yeah, other than telling me that you're successful.
Other than shitting on me, yeah, I don't like listen to songs with somebody talking about how they rich and I'm not, because I ain't. You know, so how do I relate to that?
Like, man, who cares that you rich and I'm not? It's like, you really ain't rich if you gotta sit over here and tell me. Because if you were so fucking rich, you'll be rich enough to help me. Okay, so you really ain't that rich. So you
because he's like, they're richer than that. He's like,
broke out on my face.
That's facts. Yeah. Oh, so okay, this is like, I don't know if this is like a weird question, but do you feel like, I guess like people ask you this all the time, do you feel like you coming out affected how the rappers see you at all? I feel like music in general, like, you know, might not have, but are things an issue, or like, do you think it's or you just have to disregard those niggas and be like, you know, because there are people that, you know, would, you know, fuck with you and still fuck with you and everything, but you just have to like,
no, it comes down to realness, authentic, and the rules of the game. And it's like, are we living by the rules of the game or are we not? You know what I'm saying? And like, the game is being honest and being truthful and standing on your own and doing what you do, right? And it's like, many people not doing that. And so many people that are getting praised out there ain't playing by the rules of the game, even though they winning to so-called the game standards, but they're not playing by the rules of the game. And so when you have somebody like me that is authentic and this real and playing by the rules of the game, it sort of challenges all y'all position. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like, yeah, if y'all trapping, you from Atlanta too, and McCollum trapping, he from Atlanta, and Atlanta the black gay capital of the world, and
exactly
not the blackest motherfucker out here, and he came out as gay. So then who the blackest motherfucker out here that's gay that's trapping?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, because now y'all try to be saying, well, he ain't really black. He ain't, you know what I'm saying?
And then, yeah, what a
It's
crazy
like,
thing to say. That was the wildest thing. Honestly, when I saw that shit, I was like, man, this is like, what a like one-sided angle of. I mean, like here, like years later, I feel like one of the things I heard the most past years, like black people are not a monolith, you know, and that's a fucking fact. I feel like dudes would be like, oh, he's not real because he's not selling. Oh, he's talking about stuff like selling drugs and stuff. I'm like, what? What do you think gay niggas in Atlanta are doing? I don't know. What do you think people in general are doing? You know, people like
yeah.
it's like
It's like, but y'all have bought into the fantasy so much that when you see the real thing, you're gonna be mad at it.
yeah, exactly. They
And
themselves
it's like,
have been
this is the
lost in
real
the
thing right
facade.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be mad because you bought into the fake thing with the chains and the dreadlocks and the colored dreads and the goddamn gay design.
Exactly. Yeah, this is real life. This is real life, and I'm giving you
Yeah.
real from the
I'm
jump.
giving
You
you
know,
the realest of the realness, honey. It's like
yeah,
y'all not seeing it. It's like
yeah.
I'm
It's
not
like
the girl.
welcome. Yeah,
I'm not the girl running around with all the gay designer brands trying to tell you how fresher I am than y'all because I'm sitting up here in gay designer now.
yeah.
I'm saying, like, I've never been that
Exactly.
girl. I've never been
Yeah.
that girl to be running around chasing after a whole bunch of dudes telling you, oh, this one, that one, I'm on this one, I'm on that one, I'm on this one. It's like, no, if I'm coming over here, I'm hold my own to make music with all of y'all and more of like, you know what I'm saying, stand as me. I'm not kind of come over here to be your understudy or to be your little thing or be your little friend, be your little boo, be on any of that little so-called, and not in the bad way as we say gay, but you know, in that little weird way of y'all that gay shit trying to motherfucking be cool. And it's like, so who the realest in the game? Because it's like this motherfucker sat over here and was really on house arrest. He really was out here selling dope. He really did live his life that he said
Live his life. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He really was supporting all you motherfuckers down there. He really was holding Gucci Mane
down when
he
yeah,
really
exactly.
was holding Migos down when they was in jail. He really was bridging Father Key and all these people. He really was working with Michael Will and Sonny Dizzle and Metro, all that shit.
All the
we just seen all that down there. He really was doing it. And now we don't act like he really ain't that nigga because he came out as gay. It's like from the black gay capital of the world.
Oh, the world, yeah, for real.
And now it's supposedly the hip hop mecca of the world. It's like what?
Yeah, what do we do?
We mad at him.
Yeah, the one that that's helping bring community and bring everything together. Like, especially when you said the thing with the producers, like I think that influenced me back in the day because like when like linking up with producers as a rapper, it's just like the songs ABC's D don't have to look at me or whatever, but me linking up with this producer and this producer here and this producer there, that's like a bond that like might be like forever. That's like a deeper connection, you know, like you was on a beat together, we made us track together, you know, like musically, you know, and that's like and that just like really does connect more and more with fucking like it just bridges all these communities together. You on a beat, you got a beat, you bring this is like key on the Metro Boomin beat. Now they got a song together, like that kind of shit can't go unappreciated. That's like A&R type shit, you know. And
it's like, yo, I'm sitting up in here helping the whole goddamn scene, not even trying to be the breakout artist of the scene. It's like, nigga, I'm over here bridging all of us together, putting here, Father and Key would never even was gonna work together. And I told them the only way we'll work is if y'all do the song with me together. Because Key wasn't gonna work with Father type shit. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna work with so-and-so unless you work with this one to where we all work together. Now we got risk. And then it's like, oh, that's a big breakout song for all of us. To where it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's like a moment in history straight up. You know, like that wouldn't happen without those connections and those conversations, you know. Honestly, that's how I got to do verse because I saw a community that's going on, a lot of queer rappers and a lot of queer, and like I feel like queer rap, there's a few blogs that I'm like friends with and stuff, and they do queer pop music and they include rap in it because pop is rap, but I want to focus on some queer rappers and I wanted to just like to highlight them, not just like to bring them up in the hip hop world that's always gonna be like kind of shutting them out or not, you know, like that kind of situation. So I saw the community and like I feel like with doing verses, it's like a way to build these connections that might not have happened. Like I wanted to random thing, like I wanted to start this verse cipher thing where I got these 4 different artists. One of my friends makes the beat or I'll make the beat, who knows. I'll get these 4 artists that are not from the same connections, but their only connection is being a queer hip hop artist or queer vocalist. Put them on the track, and now you got 4 artists they never would have connected, crossing over, and they're like, "Yo, I actually fuck with for verse 2. Who is that? Oh shit!" Then they work together, and then now we're cross fans, and the only way in the past few years, like for a while, it was like in rap at least, it was like record labels, Young Money, Good Music, MMG. But then after a while, like when SoundCloud was around, and like what you did, like it was like people would blow up together. Like you weren't a label, but it's like a community. Like the Atlanta sound, boom. A few years later with Florida, the same thing that happened.
And I remember when X and them was coming up, and they called me, like X Station called me from jail, and I told him literally like, yo, what y'all need to do is keep y'all movement together. You know what I'm saying? Because now y'all putting on for your whole state, your whole city. You got a whole movement down there. Don't be trying to break out and be like, oh, I'm over here, I'm over here. I was like, because from over here, from what I'm seeing, and this was the time Lil Peep was even down in Florida with them. I was like, I see like Lil Peep, Ski Mask, Fat Nick, Pooya, fucking Lil Pump, Smoke Perp. Like that's a market right there. Just all y'all over there. So I was like, y'all got to make sure y'all keep that shit together and keep that shit, you know what I'm saying, going the way it needs to go, and then y'all all gonna blow up, and this thing gonna blow. But then, it's like it happens, but everybody ends up splitting up, and y'all all end up blowing up anyway. But it's like, see, if you would have listened to me, and the same shit happened in Atlanta with Sunny Digital, Metro Boomin, Southside. I told them like, yo, y'all just make the label, sign me as the first act, and then we can go sign every other act that came after me, which would have been Post Malone, 21 Savage, Lil Yachty, all these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like all these other artists that popped off from after that Atlanta sound like that, which really kind of started between me, Sunny Digital, DJ Spins, all them, which was like they was already running with the sound. I had my different sound. Mike Will was, tapping in with me, but wasn't really, working with me like that. He was just more of getting inspiration for his other big acts that he was working with. And so I was like, I'm finna go work with these other dudes who y'all shunning out. Not even y'all shunning out, but it's just like I can
paying attention to.
I can see the whole thing is where it's like, and it's no shade to Mike Will, but it's like I can see like people in California think that you are the face of Atlanta sound. And it's like it's really a lot more faces out here too, but I get it that, you know what I'm saying, people are dealing through you. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's TJ Spins, it's Done Deal, it's fucking
Done Deal,
808 Mafia, which is Southside Team 88, Metro Boomin, you know what I'm saying, Sunny Digital. It's like it's a whole squad of producers out here that's making the sound.
That's so really running this,
all of them try to, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, when you coming up so fast and you speaking so prolific and you talking so big money shit where it's like, nigga, I'm more successful than you. How the fuck are you gonna tell me what to do with my shit or how I can make a bigger play? You know what I'm saying? It's like I've already told the faction right there, it was like, we don't have to break up and be signed to all these different labels, nigga. All we can do is own the shit right here together.
Own it together.
We own the whole thing. And so it's like, imagine, and now in 2021, if 808 Mafia, Sunny Digital, and Metro Boomin had a record label together. All the millions of records that they sold
would have been all directly there, as like an independent label that they could have all done together. It would have been like
from Atlanta, black owned.
Yeah, exactly.
Young, under 40.
And that's the thing. Like I feel like early rap. I watched this documentary, Hip Hop Uncovered. It was on Hulu, and they kind of talk about certain kind of like moments where just like. Yeah, like those older labels that was like a big ass label that was like you could see them how they ran the thing as like just like what's like Death Row and like just like even though we got Cash Money had their issues and stuff, but like to have Young Money be like the big three were Nicki Drake, I keep bringing up Nicki, but Nicki Drake and Wayne, like that kind of dominance. It could have been had, I see exactly with that kind of.
Really definitely could have been had. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, that was a whole industry right there. Every artist I've seen it from right there where I remember we're telling them, and I'm seeing it like kind of get laughed out the room, that idea. And I'm seeing everything that's happened after. It's like, man, we would have just had the whole Atlanta. You would have signed the whole of Florida.
Yeah, and now like everyone's signed to like Atlantic Records or something.
Everybody. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, that's why I was like, bro, we playing different. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I guess we all want to get money to go get chains and cars to flex on each other in the same area and tell how you shit, nigga, you ain't shit. And it's like, bro, I'm trying to see the generation. I'm trying to see the whole fucking, you would just change the whole fucking society out in this bitch. But it's like everybody to go get a little quick bag.
I get theirs.
They can pull back up on us with they fucking new whatever the fuck whip or whatever it's saying. Like you just can't die in that same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Come on, what are we doing? And so it's like, I was just like, I guess I'm different, man. I got to move on. And so I'm going to just keep going on and furthering myself with music. And so it's like I'm going to start moving into the EDM shit and start bridging the gap there of EDM and hip hop and, you know what I'm saying, working with all these other acts. Because I'm saying like music is going global. All this shit's going global. I was fortunate enough and able to go and work with some of my favorite artists like Santa Gold and stuff like able to make a record with her and, all this other shit. And it's like, I'm out here working because it's like, well, I have that same mentality that I wanted to take to Drake and OVO, but it's like, they not on that. I don't know what they on. They wasn't that trying to, you know what I mean? They were on that for Toronto and it's like, I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah, it was like a different, I feel like that wasn't a connection to be made. It was just like, they're really doing them,
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, these are the thoughts behind me as an artist, as a person, you know what I'm saying? I want to make it bigger than what it is. And so it's like, oh, I'm signed to OVO. Well, I want to make OVO the next fucking Cash Money.
Cash Money, yeah.
Like, exactly. I'm trying to make songs with Manja Jordan, all the other acts over here. It's like, let's make some songs. And then,
we're a roster, like
people in the interview asked me, like, wow, are you guys working? I was like, yeah, we made a few songs. And it's like, oh, so maybe we can expect a compilation tape. I was like, maybe. And then that ends up becoming a headline. And then Drake and OVO, and they're like, bro, why you say that? I was like, oh, shit, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just saying maybe. I'm thinking that it's all love. We all here to work together to make
exactly.
And obviously,
why would you be mad at me saying maybe? Wouldn't that be a goal as a group to want to work as a group? Like, look,
right? Wouldn't that be a goal where your whole fucking label can step out of Drake's shadow?
Yeah, it's like, right? Yeah.
And it's like, I don't see nobody that's been able to do it since, because it doesn't look like that's what that is built to do. It looks like you're supposed to stay here and help sustain the shadow. And it's like, oh, well, I'm from Atlanta. I'm sorry, y'all.
I ain't mean no shadow like that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it ain't even nothing personal. It ain't nothing personal. Maybe I was to Toronto, I could have got down with the way y'all doing stuff and been, you know what I'm saying, working with you, because it's all about the music. That's all I'm here for. But it's like, I'm from Atlanta. I'm doing music. I'm doing shit a different way. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just of a different, y'all from the North, I'm from the South. The fuck?
Yeah. It's a little cold up there. Maybe they ain't outside as much, they interpersonal kind of thing.
And so it just became like, yo, we not meshing and I don't have a beef with you, but I just want to go do what I want to do. And, if it's not working out over here, then we have to separate. So we end up separating. And, people made it into a big thing that, oh, y'all got beef. And it's like, what the fuck is the beef over? I don't even know you niggas like that. I don't even know. I've talked to them for however many times. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the beef? I make music. I'm from Atlanta. How I got beef with OVO when Drake jumped on the song and changed my life?
Yeah. Well,
where's the beef at? I was just on house arrest, you know what I'm saying, dealing with a whole bunch of other shit, and now I get to go tour the world and play a song that brings everybody happiness and joy. I'm not being here in my neighborhood. Where is the beef at? But it's like people don't understand, because like y'all not living the artist's life. Y'all don't even know where the artists come from. Y'all just heard the song with Drake's song. Y'all thought it was Drake's song, and it's like, okay. Exactly. So it's like, I can't fault y'all for having the information that you have.
Straight up. It's a very annoying battle, because it's like you dealt with so much, like it's like you don't even, I don't know, they treat it like you have these like deep interpersonal relationships with the OVO camp and all of them, and like you hanging out like every day in the room.
It's like it's no deep relationships with none of these people from anybody. It's like, I know y'all from making music. The most time we spent together was in the studio making music, or on set shooting a video. It's like, other than that, I don't know your favorite food. I don't know your parents.
Exactly. That's not a personal time. That's still like business. Like, I know it's like art making, but like in this situation, it's still a little business, It's
then coming out as gay did sort of make it, I guess, I don't know, weird for a lot of the acts out there, because it's like, y'all look gay in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let me not even hold you, my G. It's like, y'all dudes look gay. Y'all all in skinny jeans, y'all got colored dreadlocks, you got these glossy little chains on, you talking about a Birkin bag, you don't stay with a girl. You always
Yeah.
with your nigga, and you always fighting over some other nigga who you call a op. And it's like, honey, I don't know if you
Yeah.
woke up to reality yet, boo, but
Like, well, welcome.
you
Sorry.
live the gay life, honey. So,
Welcome to the club. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So y'all mad at me because I don't want to beef and talk about my op all day because I'm over here hanging with the girls talking about I'm too sexy, I'm too sexy, I'm too hot. When you sitting over there trying to tell me about your designer and how much you done spent on a gay brand and how now it's got you feeling too sexy, too sexy, too hot.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, like what you hating on over here if you don't do the same thing in your own life? Like,
Why? Why
might
you
as well
hating
just hang
about
out. Come
that
on.
gay designer brand that you wearing and you got to go wear the brand to fit the thing? It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm of that creation. That's how I feel. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I make things of that to make people feel like, oh, I'm feeling myself now. It's like, so don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be sitting over here shading me when you wearing.
Yeah, but you're getting the energy for that same energy I'm giving off. You getting over here from the fucking designer brands. I'm giving the energy off this
You know,
medium that we work in, but they don't see it as an art medium. They don't see it as that kind of expression. Maybe they don't have that kind of like integrity thing we're talking about, you know? So they're seeing it's like, oh, the flashiest clothes. They don't see that the flashiest clothes made by that dude is like was a piece of art that he was expressing, you know, like what he expressed with that. He's like, oh no, I can't be hating on gay dudes because I wear gay dude shit. But like they ain't thinking about what it means or maybe like the connotations. They're not just connotations, just like
it's like everything y'all like is made by gays. Boo, that whole girl that you're dealing with, she got her whole swag from a gay.
exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? All the clothes you're wearing was made from a gay. All the lingo you be out here talking is made from a gay. Wearing all them little diamonds and all that Versace, Liberace.
The wigs were by Arrogant Tay. Like who
you know what? It's like how y'all even mentioning
Arrogant Tay? They love mentioning Arrogant Tay. I thought it was so funny. I was like, y'all really out here.
Y'all girls really out here in the culture.
Oh yeah, exactly. Y'all friends with Arrogant Tay? Because y'all be mentioning him a lot.
Like, big girl, your hair is goddamn blonde.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's a very backwards mentality. It's like, come on now.
It is backwards. And motherfuckers want to sit up here and try to question me and be like, you're a faggot. It's like,
yeah.
This is why they don't want to talk. This is why they don't want to talk to me because it's like once you start talking to a real one, you can start pulling out the fake ones. And then you're gonna see, oh shit, it's a 1, 2, 3, it's a whole, you can look at the whole fucking billboard chart and see that all y'all fake. No shit. But it's like,
yeah, no, for real. Yeah. It's
like what?
Like that. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, that's just like really how those kind of big player games work. And I feel like you being into that, you just like easily see like, yo, this is like niggas ain't real. Like
the whole situation is gay, boo. It's like all of this is gay. You know what I'm saying? The whole industry, I don't went around the whole world. I was like, what? Hold up. The whole world is
like this. It's like, oh,
y'all sit up here in America telling me some bullshit. Like being gay is the goddamn not the shit. And I go around the world and every motherfucker enjoying themselves gay. And only motherfuckers sit up here depressed and mad, shooting up everybody is these downloads in fucking America, mad because they can't be out and gay. And I'm like, what?
It's like, be yourself, live your life, you know, like
just be yourself, live your life. But you can't because it's not promoted to be yourself and live your life. Look at hip hop, the #1 promoter of lifestyle. And it's like, we don't see one authentic lifestyle in there.
Wow, yeah, that's so true. Like, yeah, hip hop is the promoter of lifestyle. That's because of
the number one.
Yeah, it's like
all y'all say y'all got bitches. It's like, you don't. Where's your wife?
Where's your wife?
You hiding your baby mama. You know no shade. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of y'all out here that's, you know what I'm saying, supposed to be the man of the hour, honey. And it's like, you have yet to show me the lady of the evening. Okay?
Yeah.
All I keep seeing is security, your friend and his little other friends and these other little friends and maybe your other little rapper and all I see is all these.
Yeah. No.
I gotta make a song. Where your girl at?
Where your girl at?
Fucking girls up here. All I see is dudes, and all y'all looking at me mad because I don't want to get with you on the down low.
Yeah, where's the sense? But
like, man, I'm just gonna come out so I don't have to deal with none of y'all because I can't be back here.
That's a messy life. Yeah, dealing with the whole.
So messy. It's so messy. It's you messing with a whole closet full of goddamn. It's a whole league of motherfuckers in the closet. It's like, what are y'all doing? Stop. Like, look at you. Look at you. Look at what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like
you mad at me.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Other people, y'all
Rejection right there.
mad at McConan. They're like, oh, well, yeah, he shouldn't have came out this day. He's like, what? I said, girl, what? What are you saying? So it's okay.
You want me to sit? Yeah, like be miserable just like they are, you know? It's like,
no, it's like, first of all my girls are miserable because they man is a down low and he all up on me. And you over here, my girls is out here thinking this is another girl, and she got beef with every other girl in the town. It's like, girl, it ain't another girl, honey.
Looking the wrong way.
You looking the wrong way. You causing beef. You just becoming a terror with everybody. It's like, that could be the bitch. That could be the bitch. It's like, no, that's not the bitch, honey. It's none of them bitches. It's Mr. Bitch.
Mr. Bitch. It's Mr. Bitch. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. See, that's like a whole life you can't leave. And that's once again, it's part of the integrity of being honest, you know. And it's like a harder journey to take, being like open and honest about yourself. It's easy to hate. It's easy to be negative. It's so much harder to choose to be honest and open. Like it's like niggas be capping saying they're gonna be honest enough and they are not. But it's like to actually act that and do that is just like a whole different thing. You know?
But I bet you if they had like a gay charts or something and a gay thing where it's like we highlighted all the gays of the whatever, and it's like, oh, you could become that goddamn powerful gay from being like the number one gay. But you know what I'm saying? You the number one gay with the most number ones on the gay charts. Then it's like other people gonna be like, well, maybe I'm gonna come out. Try to goddamn gay charts.
Let me get on a little billboard real quick.
Yeah, let me go get on those gay charts. I got a better chance over there.
Yeah, I feel that's interesting. Like you gotta be yourself out of being yourself, not out of like the clout.
Exactly, the clout. I already knew. It was like, girl, when I come out, everybody finna be upset. And I was like, I can't tell you about everybody else's closet. I can only tell you about mine. Cause it's like I done visited everybody else's closet, honey. And I was like, let me not tell you about anybody else's. Let me tell you about mine, okay?
Yeah.
You thinking that they got
anybody else's
some dirt on me, and they can come out and be like, I pretty much just let the girls know, like, bitch, I got all the dirt, and guess what? I'm coming out with it. So, and the dirt's on me. So, you know, if I'm telling the dirt on me, bitch, don't even
play me.
Don't. You know, I will tell the dirt on you.
Oh,
it's like, that ain't for me to do. It's just for you bitches to leave me alone to know what type of weaponry I'm working with now. Okay, so it's like I'm gonna go
leave me alone. I'm minding my business.
Retract them statements, boo. Okay, come back telling me you was a fan. Okay, because you don't want me to go toe to toe and are explaining how I was in beauty school, girl, and I know how long the process takes to make them dreadlocks go blonde. Okay.
You got the beauty tips. You're like, hold on, I went to beauty school. Something happened.
I know, honey. I know who comes in here to get the dreadlocks blonde. I know what
somebody got extensions. Oh, this shit happened a little too quick. So you got the background knowledge from all of the sorts of media.
I got the background knowledge of what it is to be gay. I got the background knowledge of what it is down low. I got the background knowledge of what it means to be confused and not knowing what the fuck you out here doing. So it's like all y'all girls sitting up here trying to chat that shit to me. It's like, don't do it, bitch. When I got the handbook on you.
Yeah,
I could start dropping symptoms, and y'all can start matching motherfuckers.
Like, oh, you're in this stage, baby girl. It's okay. We all been there. So, you know, it's a part of growth in this situation. You know, it's like you're like, yo, like we'll get there in time with you. It's like no worries. Yeah. Honestly, I 100% feel like it's like, you know, it's hard. He's like, you already been through the storm, you know, and to see people going through that or whatever they're doing in their life. You see them going through whatever, projecting that onto you, just you and you, it's like, baby girl, this ain't the time for that, because I see you, you know, making your own journey, you know, it's like a personal. Like,
you know, I'm not gonna knock you down off of your journey.
Exactly. But don't come at me, you know, kind of living my life, getting to where I'm at. I'm on stage 7, you on stage 2. It's cool.
You know, you just started doing the fingernail polish, girl. Don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like don't knock me just because you know, exactly. It's all a joke. Exactly. I said it all.
I've been blind, boo. I've been blind. Okay, honey. Hey,
exactly.
I know the state. Don't even run that up here.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. It's like, especially with like queerness and stuff. It's like in social media. It's like I don't know, I'm 27. I knew I was queer as like 14, you know, like I was, you know, what, seventh grade or whatever. That journey started then, and here I'm at with it. There's folks that I know that 27 just figuring themselves out and stuff like that, you know, and it's like everybody's journey is different. And there's moments where I felt like I was behind because of all the Zoomer kids coming through, just like decked out and everything, doing the whole scene look I couldn't do when I was a kid, you know, because of my family, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it's like my journey is my journey. I posted this little photo with like Saucy Santana because like he's a big inspiration for me. It's like my journey is my journey, you know, like if I want to come out here like bust it out with like my 3 wigs I got in my room right now, I'm gonna do that shit. And niggas come at me like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? That will fall to the wayside because if I'm staying true to myself with this integrity and this like, you know, staying true to myself, which is like, you know,
like I wasn't doing it for y'all, boo. Don't
exactly. I ain't never doing this for y'all. I ain't doing this for no Instagram. I'm not doing this for nothing. You know, Instagram got cool filters. I'll use those, but I ain't doing nothing. Exactly. So it's like a personal journey, and like I feel like creation of queerness, music creation, it's all just like a really personal journey that it's interesting and hard to do it in the big light. It's hard to do that in this whole game because they're gonna take it apart when it's like it's ain't supposed to be taken apart. It's for me, you know. Like you said earlier, like a bunch of like queer folks all the time are like not who don't make music or let alone hip hop music, which is like you said, like in that forefront. They can have their whole moments and growth and stuff on the side and like do their own thing. You know, they can do that under the window, you know, on their own life and then no photo, and then come out however they are later. But to go through that in a public sense on hip hop in a lane that's just like so like focused and critical is like a lot. So
yeah, it is.
Flowers, kudos to you because like honestly, it's very inspirational, and I think like shit. That's some real nigga shit, you know, like that's the realest nigga alive. Like Young Ma, realest nigga alive, man. Like you know, like the real nigga shit just being in my head, that's just what that is, you know.
100%.
Hell yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't want to keep you here too long. I could keep talking if you
we could do one more. I gotta run in a second, but
okay, hell yeah. I got like yeah, I love this conversation. I like got so much out of it for myself. I think it's gonna be and I can't wait to drop it and everything. But I really do appreciate you and all this, and I can't wait to call my like partner and be like, oh my god, I just talked to the comment. We were wishing you well and shit. Jam out, yeah. Oh my god. I have one more question. I wrote all these little things down. Favorite McConnen song, Martha. Oh, the Red Dragon. Oh, that was the last thing. Oh, he's like, girl, no more questions.
Put that on the charger. But,
I know it's cool. So I don't know if I asked it earlier, but the Red Dragon. That's like is that part of like kind of like confidence in the Martha kind of energy?
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's like the spirit animal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like fire within, the full like confidence, the full just like, you know, you have that power. You have the power. Everybody got the power of something inside of them, what they want. Some people have the heart of a lion, you know, whatever it is that they can connect to. And just for me, I was always able to connect to the Red Dragon. Actually, one time, it might sound a little weird, but I was sitting there tripping, you know, say on the shroom, looking at myself in the mirror. And I could just see it inside of me. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, are these scales on me? I was like,
wow, yeah.
And then I could see the eyes and I was like, let me get out this goddamn mirror.
The mirrors be taking you places. You let it.
That shit, I was like,
the mirror will take you somewhere. It's for real.
I was like, okay, so I got the motherfucking Red Dragon inside of me. I was like, I better be careful with this bitch. Unleashed somewhere like an X-Man.
Yeah, let this come out. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's, I think this.
I try to unleash it and take it to the stage, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like it really is like the fire. Yeah, you said the fire within you. And I feel like Martha is like, these are like kind of like Martha is like, I don't know. They both play on the courage, you know.
Martha's like the wizard that taps into that mystical power, which is the Red Dragon.
Nice, amazing.
You know, so she bring it to.
She brings it out. She containment and bring out the beast. Yeah. I love that analogy. It's like really, It's like really. Martha was able to get me to Red Dragon. The Red.
Yeah,
Dragon.
Exactly. Martha is plugged to Red Dragon.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love that. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I'm like fangirling out this whole time. So really appreciate it. I don't know if there's anything else you want to say for the people, you know, like the message to the folks or any.
Oh, you know, definitely just you guys stay grinding, stay shining, you know, drink more water, know that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's all in your mind. The thoughts are very powerful. So, you know, make sure you putting in powerful, positive thoughts into your mind and creating other ones to, you know, because your thoughts definitely do create your reality. It's like I'm a living testament. I was in the motherfucking studio house by myself talking about club going up on a Tuesday. And we have seen in real life how everybody in the world, or a lot of people in the world, did end up manifesting going to the club on a goddamn Tuesday.
Fucking Tuesday, shut
You know what
up.
I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
going up. So like if you learn anything out of that song, it's like that's the power of manifestation. You know what I'm saying? And you just keep a good spiritual balance inside yourself. And you know, just know that you can do it. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't, because people will tell you that you can't. And it'll be good to take you know, take in, you know, thoughts and opinions of others, but don't let it really too much change your opinion, your thought of you. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I'm feeling sexy and pretty today, if 30 people said I look ugly, that's still not gonna stop me from being even sexy.
Yeah, feeling out. Yeah.
So it's like we have to understand that the world is not really too promoted into watering us as the flowers that we are, beautiful beings that need to grow. They always be trying to cut us down and try to knock you down. So you just have to stay resilient. And you know what I'm saying? Know that it's the power inside of you, whatever power it is, the power of God, power of Red Dragon, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can connect to get in touch with yourself to bring that out. Know that you're here on earth for a limited time only. You know what I'm saying? So don't let that shit stress you out too hard and start taking you down and start beating down your body, getting lost in drugs and alcohol and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you know, everybody just stay positive and start grinding from somewhere. You start from somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And don't worry about where you end up at and where you finish. Just enjoy the journey that you're on. And you know what I'm saying? Because it's life is a journey and it's gonna go through a lot of ups and downs, whirlwinds, all that stuff. And you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, be thankful and grateful for being able to experience all of this and know that it's all a learning lesson. Like my final thing is what I want to say is that I always try to say is to learn your lesson to earn your blessing.
Learn your lesson to earn your blessing. I like that. That's okay. Hell yeah. Well, yeah. It seems like
shouts out verse. I appreciate you guys taking the time to, you know what I'm saying, talk to me and, you know, support me in my music. I'm glad that it connects with you and I wish you the best of luck with it. And, you know, I will still be here when you blow up and become so big to where I got to reschedule to be like, yo, can I get my interview out? I'm
nice.
running late.
You will be first right there. I'd love to have you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. This has been a great experience. It's like one, I don't know, never expected it. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm gonna like save this and everything, and I'm gonna it's gonna be the first episode of this podcast thing. So I'm gonna put it on like SoundCloud and the YouTube. I was maybe making it because like what I wanted to do with this was turn it into, because my part of my goal, like, I want to be an artist and stuff, but I want to be like a radio DJ also, kind of. And this like where like we have this conversation, unless it's like the conversation flowing perfectly, I'm just gonna leave it as is. But I might edit it in with like your other like some like songs that you had. Oh, it'll be all your music for this one, but like it'd be like a radio show, you know? Like I play some tracks, and, and then we come into this conversation we're having about this, and then play the track, and then we come back to the thing, and it'd be like a whole overtime, like however long it would be. So yeah, it'll either be that or it'll be just dropped as the whole thing. So yeah.
Okay. However it works, fine for me. You know, I'm thank you. And yeah, My Parade is in streaming out everywhere now.
My Parade. Woo! Yes, hell yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, McConnell.
Thank you. You have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was McConnell, bitch. You know, it's fucking good.